Hello and welcome to Awaken the Truth Within with Zoey Gold. Today I would like to give more clarifications about manifestation, creation, and for those who know and learned about the law of attraction. Now, especially if you are just the beginning, this journey to discovering law of attraction or creative manifestation, or even if you can call yourself a professional, maybe you're a coach or you've been to many different personal development workshops, or you've studied with different mentors, what I can see is that a lot of information, even though it's useful and it's helpful, is not complete and often is misinterpreted, misunderstood, and does not provide the full picture. And this gives a lot of frustration because people feel like they know a lot, they've done a lot, they practiced a lot, and they still do not feel inner satisfaction, joy, happiness. They do not see the results that they want. They do not live the life that they dream. They are not completely and fully satisfied, and they cannot unfold their true potential. Because, when you, for example, let's say if 5 or 6 people who cannot see, let's say whether they could be blind or they can just have some cover on their eyes. And let's imagine these 7 people with some cover on their eyes, they're presented an animal, and let's say like an elephant, for the first time in their life. They have never seen this elephant, and they don't know about the existence of this elephant, and they cannot see the elephant right now. And they have this opportunity to touch the elephant and then describe it. So one person who touches the tail will describe this same elephant completely different as the other person who touches the leg or the trunk or the ear or the back of the elephant. They will be talking about this particular animal. They will be telling the truth of their experience, but it's not going to be complete. They will not understand the fullness of this animal and how it looks and the functions of it and what it can do, and they cannot have the complete and full benefit from having this animal as a pet or as a working animal on a farm, or whatever the purposes that they want to use this elephant for. Or they can't ride it, they can't play with it, they can't even clean it and take care of it, right? And they will all be telling the truth, but the person who is listening to them will never see and experience the complete picture of this magnificent elephant. So the similar things happens a lot with reading different books, and while some of that information is accurate and can be even useful, often it's not complete at all, and unfortunately, sometimes it's even misinterpreted, and it can misguide. Well, from one side, life always happens for you, and this is just the next step, and the next step to the unfoldment of this beautiful journey. But from another side, today we're going to take a look a little bit deeper at this bigger picture, at how this creative manifestation really works. Well, first of all, and we've talked about it already, is this distinction between, because you've heard this, that your thoughts create and mind is powerful and all that stuff, right? But the distinction here is that the mind creates. The mind is powerful, and it is always good because there is only one mind, the divine mind, the source, the infinite intelligence, the source that creates everything in the universe, that creates the worlds, that creates the planets, etc. The mind. And there is also errors, beliefs, or what we can call a human mind, with which we often operate. And again, human mind is just a concept. You can call it errors, you can call it different beliefs, different false beliefs, etc. But let's call it, for the purpose of this conversation, the human mind, right? It consists of different things that the person learned during their physical path. So with your five senses, you looked, you tasted, you smelled, you touched, you heard, you learned, you gathered knowledge, which is pretty good, maybe in some cases, and in some cases is limiting. But it is based on the physical universe, on the things that others who came here before you learned. And a lot of those perspectives are false, are limiting. And they're based on the physical universe, which is great because we live in this beautiful game of life. But it is also good to remember that it is a game. And it is good to remember who you truly are, that you are a spiritual being. And that's your core, and that's your essence. And remembering that spirit, that a source within you is grander, is superior to spiritual facts, to spiritual universe, to the spirit is superior to physical universe facts, to physical universe things, to physical universe knowledge that you gathered. Okay? Now, if you try to create or think about or even worry that your mind is creative and you talk about human mind, that's where the challenges come from, because human mind is full with errors. And we don't even have to call it human mind. You can just call it errors, false beliefs, things that you learn from five physical senses based on the knowledge of the physical universe. And that way, you are limiting that grander being who you truly are with these limiting beliefs. Now, when the child is born, the imagination is beautiful. The child often doesn't have a lot of limitations in their mind. And the more the child grows and learns things, you cannot do this, you cannot do that, you cannot go there, it is impossible, that's impossible, this is impossible. And that limits us. And we even stop imagining things. We just know this is my way, this is what's possible, this is what I can do, this is what I'm able to do, and that's it. I cannot go beyond these limits that we put there. Because we are, if you look at your core, if you look at your origin, you are not a physical being. Right? Matter is not superior to spirit. We often put creation superior to creator. And if you think about real creative power, they come from the mind, the divine mind. And when you truly are free from those errors, when you operate from the truth within you, from the divine knowing, from the divine knowledge, from the spiritual senses, that's when you have your true powers. Then that's when you have your creative abilities. And your GPS, your inner guidance system, your feelings, your emotions, your inner atmosphere, your state shows you whether you are free from those errors. Because when you operate with errors, you feel that inner resistance. And when you operate with that clean, pure, free flow of inspiration and well-being that comes from the source, that is who you truly are, then you feel magnificent, then you feel like you're in the flow, then you feel inspired, then you can, because what is imagination and what's possible and what's not possible? If you were able to explain the person who lived 1,000 years ago about what's possible now, they would think you're crazy. You don't know what's going to be possible in the next 100, 500, 3,000 years in the future. You have no clue what's possible. And where does it come from? To limit yourself, saying that you cannot do this, or you cannot reach this goal, or you cannot have that, because you have not done it before. So if you come from errors, if you operate from human mind, you can try to visualize. You can try to change your beliefs. You can try, and you will be working in vain, because you fix one little thing and you break another. You fix one little thing, you take like 10 steps forwards and 25 backwards, and you wonder why nothing happens. Because error that created a problem cannot fix the same problem. You have to tap into the mind, the divine mind, by freeing from those errors. And if we take a look at beliefs, understanding is superior to beliefs. Understanding who you truly are, understanding the bigger picture, understanding how the world works. It will change the belief, it will trump the belief every time. You can work hard on trying to change beliefs. And if you've done it in the past, you can see that sometimes you succeed, sometimes it takes years, and sometimes you don't. But if you just understand, if you really tap into that knowing that is in you, not something that I'm telling you, not something that some other mentor tells you, you can feel it, because that knowing is in you. And when you hear it, you can feel the resonance with it. Because if you didn't know deep within you your greatness, your value, your abilities, you wouldn't be looking for the answer. You wouldn't be listening to this podcast. You wouldn't be searching and learning and reading all those books. You wouldn't be moving forward. And progress, growth, expansion, that's the... that's how life from capital letter life moves. The universe always expands. Growth and progress leads to happiness. And when you truly understand the distinction between operating from errors and thinking, oh my God, I thought this thought, cancel, I hope I don't create it. Right? You need to understand that the true creation comes from the divine mind. From errors, they are, if you look deeper at them, they are unreal. Because they were not created by the mind, the divine mind. They're just, we are here, we on this beautiful planet, living this beautiful having this beautiful experience here, playing this beautiful game of life. And we reduced our knowing so we could really enjoy this experience. Because if you knew everything, if you knew who you really are, if you knew your true ability, if you knew your true magnificence, you wouldn't be able to play this game. You would just know that you do have everything and you already are everything you've ever wanted to be. Right? So in order for this game to work, you had to reduce that knowingness. But when you operate from errors and the challenges, so errors are unreal, and the challenges and the problems that they lead to, because you either allow your well-being when you're tapped into that divine mind and you operate from your true essence, from that infinite intelligence, from that love and truth and appreciation. When you operate from that, only good can come from it, because it comes from the source. That is the true creation, that is the spiritual creation, and that is the reality, right? And that's when you're allowing your well-being. When you operate from error, it's not that you create horrible things, it's you do not allow yourself that well-being that would be there otherwise. And these errors, they lead to problems and challenges that if you look at the bigger picture and if you look at this perfection behind the illusion, you will see that they are not real as well. Therefore, the human mind does not create. And the errors lead to the challenges. And these challenges actually force you to free from those errors so you can come back to love. Because the problems and challenges, as you can see, lead us often, especially when you try to understand the true purpose of it, they lead us to the truth. You said, I'm sick and tired of that. I want to know the truth. And if you look at the challenge, at the problem, at the situation, at the circumstance from the position of the divine truth, that challenge disappears. Because you free from the errors, you come back to love, you come back to your true essence, you're free, you operate from the divine mind. There is no error, there is no need for that problem or that challenge. You're free. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, to just give you one more time this clarification and then that distinction. That when we talk about the mind and the creative power of the mind, we are talking about the mind and its qualities and properties, because it is the source. It is the creator. It is infinite intelligence, spirit, God, soul. It is life, truth, and love with capital letters. And that is good. And the basis of life is good. And the basis of you is good. And when you can see the goodness, when you choose to see the goodness in yourself, in the world, in people around you, when you choose to see the perfection behind illusion, when you look at the other person, when you look at yourself, when you look at the world, when you look at your circumstances, when you choose to see this goodness of you, of life, of everything there is, then you are free. Then you're healed. And then you can really play this game of life the way you meant to. With joy, with well-being, with goodwill, with appreciation, with love that comes from the source. That comes from who you truly are. And then you create magnificent things. Then you more than enjoy every second on this beautiful, eternal path and journey of yours. So have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.